أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم. أما بعد، رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. All praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator of the universe. and peace and blessing of Allah be upon Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and all those who follow his path. Ameen thumma ameen. Pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that may Allah give all of us sincere iman, sound health and everlasting halal wealth. Also pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that may give us tawfiq to speak the truth in the light of the Quran and the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to understand them and to accept them in the heart and apply them in our life. Ameen thumma ameen. Also pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that may Allah accept our 14 fasts, the days that we have fasted in the month of Ramadan, and pardon us and forgive us for the mistakes or the shortcomings or errors that we have done in this month. Because perfection belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are not perfect, we are normal human beings, and definitely we bound to make mistakes. So ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us and forgive our mistakes. And also pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that may Allah accept our sahri that we eat with the intention to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to do good in our fasting. And may Allah accept our iftari that we do in His name. Alhamdulillah, we break the fast in His name. Also pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that may Allah give us, alhamdulillah, may Allah accept our salah, all the salawat that we pray, and all the reading of the Quran that we do, and also the tarawih that we pray. And pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that till the end of this month, alhamdulillah, Allah give us tawfiq to complete this month and more, inshallah. Also pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah give us life that is beneficial for our deen and dunya. And if our death is better for our deen and dunya, then alhamdulillah, Allah bless us with the best ending of our life. Ameen thumma ameen. So my brothers and sisters, this is wa alaikum assalam to all those brothers and sisters who have joined me and greeted me with salam. This is our live show. As you know that, alhamdulillah, please send the message to all your brothers and sisters through WhatsApp, Facebook and Twitter, or whatever the means you have to the access that you have to contact them, alhamdulillah. So my brothers and sisters, all I can share with you is the dua. All I can share with you is the dua, alhamdulillah, and that's the only thing we all, alhamdulillah, need. Even the king and queen of any world, they also need the dua and mercy from Allah and blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let me tell you one thing, my brothers and sisters, because now the LGBT that program, the education is going on all around UK, and it has become like normally like all over UK now, and it has become a big issue. And mashallah, the brothers and our scholars and our sisters, they are trying their best to talk about this. I will tell you one story before I give you my opinion with regards to this. When I was in my early stage of Islam, when I newly came to Islam, I read and heard from our senior scholars one of the stories they were generally saying about, who actually believes the Sharia and who does not believe the Sharia. And being a Muslim, should he be called as Muslim if he does not go by the Sharia? So based on that, there is a serious story by our seniors. I don't have the reference to that, but I know the story. And even if it is if we don't have the reference, because this is not something which Allah is going to, or this is not something which we can use to get the rewards, but we can learn lesson from it. The story is that there was a Muslim king, so-called Muslim king, and he wanted to marry his sister. So he asked all the scholars to, give their opinions. And all the scholars of that time, the king's time, they all said that it is haram for you because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made it haram. You can't marry your sister. You can't marry your daughter. You can't marry your mother. But this man was still insisting, and then there was one sheikh, and he was a very stubborn sheikh, and he said that yes, let him marry. So all the scholars went against him, and they said that how come you are such a great man, great scholar, man has got position in our society, community, and you are giving this wrong fatwa. He said, yes, I am giving the correct fatwa. So they said, how can you justify your fatwa? He said, look, the do's and don'ts of the Sharia is for the Muslims who say that he believes in that. This king is not a Muslim in the first place. So that's the reason he doesn't want to accept Allah's law. So coming back to this point, my brothers and sisters, now LGBT, the question that is arised, and teaching of the sex education to the children at the early stages, and our parents are talking, and they are relating to, justification of those men and women in UK, those who have they call themselves lesbians and they call themselves gay and all that, and they want the recognition in the society. There's no harm. These people are these people. We have to recognize them as what they are. But when it comes to, when they mix the name, can a Muslim be gay? Can a Muslim be lesbian? Then if a person is gay or lesbian without any, control on oneself, or this is called, it's like a person who is Muslim and he knows in Sharia, man or woman, he or she knows that in our Sharia there is no same-sex marriages or, having relationship with same sex. If he knows or she knows and still insisting on that, then the point is very clear. Muslims should not bother these people. Muslims should not, pay attention to this kind of people. Muslims just say, okay, it's your choice. But Islam, when Islam says this is not permissible, Islam also says that if you deny it openly, then you are out of the fold of Islam. So you can be gay. Good luck to you. Congratulations. No problem. You can have your status in the society. That's your right. But at the same time, you cannot be Muslim in the sight of Allah. You can be Muslim in your eyes. You can be happy calling yourself, as you are happy to call yourself gay and you are happy to call yourself lesbian. You can also call yourself as gay Muslim or gay lesbian. That's fine. But the Islamic rule is this. Alhamdulillah. So that's the way Islam says. So we have to be like that. So that's my point. If a person is a Muslim, then he abides by the Sharia law, whatever Allah has said to him, sincerely, practically, genuinely, and he is doing justice to all aspects of the life, not picking and choosing. And at the same time, if he is unable to do certain things because of the weak of Iman, still that person remains in the fold of Islam. But somebody promotes, like today somebody can say, I can have sex with my mother, and he calls himself Muslim. Good luck to you, my brother. You can have sex with mom, father, mothers, anybody, but you are not a Muslim. That's what Islam says. Alhamdulillah. Okay, let's go with the questions. Please, Sheikh, can you detail in which asset we need to pay zakat? Zakat has to be paid in your cash money today we have, the currencies that you have, and the minimum amount which you could buy from that amount 885 gram of gold. If you have that much amount by which you can buy the 85 gram of gold or 625 grams of silver, if you have cash amount by which you can buy this, now you have to pay zakat in your money, in your savings. If you don't have the cash, but you have got 85 grams of gold, or you have got 625 grams of silver, you have that in its originality, then you have to pay zakat for gold and silver. If you have number of cows, and that is again a big list is there. If you have got certain number of camels, if you have got certain number of goats, like 40 goats and something like that, it's a big list. I don't recall each and every number now, but this is how you have certain amounts of number of goats or certain numbers of cows or certain number of camels, then you have to pay the zakat on that. Or you have lands which you are earning, getting rent from that, or you have shops, or you have buildings or houses, or you have got crops, have cultivated lands from which you grow crops. Then all these are the things you have to pay zakat on that after the calculation is made. Are you allowed to celebrate birthdays in Islam? Definitely, this is a cultural thing. This is a cultural thing. It is there is no hadith or there is no ayah in the Quran where he says that there is no ayah or the hadith says that you can celebrate or you don't celebrate. But there's another indication. Quran has said in different places that do not follow the footsteps of disbelievers. Also, a hadith says that man tashabbaha biqawmin fahuwa minhum. Anybody who copies any nation, he is or she is one of them. So based on these two, evidence, one Quran says do not follow the footsteps of the disbelievers or do not copy the disbelievers. And also Hadith says that those who are copying any nation, then that person is one of them. Based on that, we know that in Islam we don't have any room for birthdays. So birthdays been practiced by the non-Muslims and disbelievers. So if you want to celebrate and copying them, good luck to you, but Islam does not give you any evidence to that, yes or no. It's your choice. Is homosexuality mentioned in the Quran? Homosexuality is mentioned in the story of Prophet Lut alayhi salatu salam. Prophet Lut alayhi salatu salam, when he was preaching Islam to the people, the rich people amongst his community, they were more interested in men and not the women, and also they were choosing young people. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned the story of Lut alayhi salam, that one day Allah has sent a few angels in the form of humans with with being so attractive and handsome angels. They came in the human form, and Lut alayhi salam, one of the members in his family, some say it is his mother, his wife, she went and she told the rich people that these are the people who have come to visit Lut alayhi salam. So these guys came to Lut alayhi salam, they fought him, they wanted to take these people with them. They wanted to take them away from Lut alayhi salam. Lut alayhi salam humbly, because he was he was not physically strong to fight the gangs, so he humbly requested them that I will let my daughters marry you, and you can satisfy your sexual desires from them in a halal way, but don't harm my guests. And they didn't listen to him, and they physically involved in that. So finally Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave the command to the angels to speak out, and they all spoke, and they said to Lut alayhi salam, don't worry, we are not human beings and we are angels. We are sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to destroy these people. So that is mentioned in the Quran about these people, and then the punishment came to them, and they were turned up. The whole land was turned upside down, and they received the rain of fire from heaven, from sky. Sheikh, please explain nisab. Nisab is, as I said, that when simple understanding with the cash money I'm saying, because nisab of cattle is different, nisab of crops is different, nisab of fruits that you grow is different, nisab of your business assets and all those kind of things are different. But simply, if we talk about the gold and silver or the cash, then gold and silver is something that you have the nisab for that. If you have 85 gram of gold, or if you have got 625 grams of silver, or you have the cash amount equal to that, so your nisab starts here. That's the minimum. Then if whatever is added to it, whatever is more than that, then at the end of 1 year, according to Islamic calendar, if you can decide that, you can. And people now, it's become very easy for them. They want to give the zakat only in the month of Ramadan. So definitely, if you have given the zakat in this month, then next year it will be again in the same month. So it will be easy for you. So based on that, after completion of this one complete year, you have to give out 2.5% of whatever the savings you have. 85 grams of gold, or 625 grams of silver, or the cash, or that is minimum, or by the end of the year, if it has become more or added to what you have in your saving, then altogether you have to give 2.5% of that. Barakallah fiqh. If someone prays alone, does he or she need to call the adhan or iqama? Yes. There's a hadith of Rasulullah in Sahih Bukhari that two Sahaba came to learn the religion and they stayed there in Medina and they stayed, for a few days and they started learning the deen. And then when they completed their term of education, they were going back. So Rasulullah said to them, both of them, that on the way, when there's a time for the namaz, give adhan, and when there's a time for the jamaat, give iqama and pray your namaz. Alhamdulillah. I heard some say iqama should be said. What is the proof of this? So this is the proof which I told you, that Rasulullah did teach the Sahaba, and some Sahaba, when they completed their education, they went back to their own country, their place, and then on the way, Rasulullah guided them that this is how you should be doing while you are traveling. Alhamdulillah. So this is there in Sahih Bukhari. Okay, so my brothers and sisters, we should not, contradict in this country, because this country, as you know, that people, they have their own way of style, their lifestyle. Some people are Muslims, some people are Hindus, some people are Christians, some people are, atheists, some people, they like to wear decent clothes, some don't want to wear decent clothes. And the definition for some people, they have got different ways. And like some of the, places where mixing is promoted, men and women like swimming in the same swimming pool with whatever the swimming costumes are worn by the man or the woman, or sports clubs. So this is the country where you can't expect, according to your religion. You should be thankful to Allah that Allah has given you a position to stay in this country, and you are still, mashallah, have access to your own religion. So don't bother others. Don't be strict about that. All you have to do is, mashallah, practice your religion. Be concerned about your wife. If she is obedient to you and obedient to Allah, be concerned about her. If your parents are serious about Islam, look after them what Islam teaches you. If you have children, and if they are obedient and good children, they respect Allah and His Rasul. So have concern about them. And if you have good neighbors or bad neighbors, Muslim neighbors or non-Muslim neighbors, as a Muslim, you are told what to do with them, how to deal with them. When you are in the street, you are told what to do in Islam. When you are in a country, you are told by, like the Sahaba migrated from Mecca to Ethiopia. Ethiopia was a Christian country. But Rasulullah did allow the Sahaba to migrate from Mecca to Ethiopia, and they were practicing their religion in that country, abiding by the law of the country. So alhamdulillah, this country, the law that we sometimes say, oh, this is my religion and this is not allowed in my religion, and if that is a general law for the whole humanity in UK, then we have to try our level best to abide by it without compromising our deen and not disturbing, not corrupting. Like for example, in this country, car insurance is a law. Car insurance is law, and there is a dispute amongst the Muslim scholars or Islam that because it involves into interest basis loan or the policy or distrust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so you don't have to compromise with your deen. Alhamdulillah, since it's become a law and car is your necessity, if it is your necessity, there are people who prefer to go in trains, people who prefer to go in buses. People have got other means of transportations and they don't want to go into driving, cars, all that. But if they have no other means and they have only means and that is more convenient for them, for the part of a necessity, and they have to have a car, then that's fine, mashallah. That's really fine. Because you are not going against Allah's law willingly. You are abiding by the country's law, and that's what you are doing, alhamdulillah. So that way, any law that is required or demanded by this country to be abide by that, you go for it. When it comes to the sex education, as I said, that mashallah, yesterday or day before yesterday, or today, I think somebody sent me the answer given by our brother, mashallah, Imam Ajmal Mansoor, or I don't know his full name, but he has spoken about that. Mashallah, well said. But what I say that, alhamdulillah, my brothers and sisters, all those brothers who are in education and all those sisters who are in education, they should step in and bring alternative education or alternative justification or alternative all those kind of points officially to the government, to the parliament, and to the Sharia, the court, all those kind of things, whatever the means by which they can, make the explanation be justified, they have to come into that way. Instead of fighting, protesting, and this and that, alhamdulillah, if somebody comes with you with the education point of view, you have to define based on the education point of view, alhamdulillah. Okay, how does I overcome the fitna online, that is girls, boys and messages during Ramadan? Use the online media only for the purpose you want to use it. I am on online because I do lots of my research, my studies, my lectures, everything. But if even on the some of the courses which I study or do the research, the advertise pop up, and there's things which I don't want to see. I get the option, close it, and when I close it, they ask it what is the reason, and I say it's irrelevant. That's all. You can avoid it. Nobody will force you. Okay. With regards to the boys and girls and messages, why do you have to spend your time like that? Your life is short. Ramadan, you got Ramadan now. You may not get Ramadan next month, next year. So what can happen to you? So avoid it. Avoid it means if you think that the person is texting you something that is, fitna, you text them the Quranic verses, which speaks about Iman, which speaks about, how to avoid the path of shaitan. You keep on doing that. And if the person really, wants to change himself or herself, will take it. Otherwise, that person himself or herself will block you. So that's the best way to avoid. وَإِذَا خَاطَبَهُمُ الْجَاهِلُونَ قَالُوا سَلَامًا. When you see the ignorant people, you just say, Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you, and leave. Sheikh, is ISA and premium bonds investment okay? It depends if you want to go for, which kind of a bank you want to do. That's, I know it's every bank has got some kind of account, and this ISA is something that people will invest it, and then it will help them to buy their houses on mortgage. Mortgage becomes easy, and all those kind of savings, they get a profit into that. So it depends upon which bank and who gives you the bonds. And if you already have an account with any bank that deals with the interest basis thing, then I think do istikhara before that, because if you think it's halal, go for it. If you think it's haram, don't go for it. But again, this kind of ISA and premium bonds normally given, I know because I have an account with HSBC, and they say that we have this account and you can join this and that, but it's not something that it is compulsory. But if your heart doesn't, if you're not happy with that, then don't go for it. Alhamdulillah. So that's the answer I can say. It's your choice. Barakallah fiqh. So my brothers and sisters, this is our live show. Alhamdulillah, you can call on the number given on the screen, 07593229380, or you can text me on the left. You can see that there's a chat box on the left. You can type the question there. Yeah, that's the one. You can type the question in Urdu, English, Arabic if you want. Alhamdulillah. So, and also my brothers and sisters, so far today I have alhamdulillah uploaded 14 reminders in English, short reminders and 14 short reminders in Urdu. And alhamdulillah, after this show I will be uploading again, sending the message and the reference and the link of my Jummah khutbah, the day before yesterday's Jummah khutbah. And this show inshallah will continue till the end of Ramadan, that every week, every day from 7 onwards I will be coming on the show and try my level best to answer all your questions. And inshallah, hopefully it will continue till the end of Ramadan. And after that, once Ramadan is done, then our normal schedule will be every Saturday between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. every Saturday, inshallah. The live show will be there in Urdu, English and Arabic, alhamdulillah. I purposely now I'm not translating the questions because I can understand that those people who are watching my program, they all understand English, so there is no point for us. Unless somebody wants me to translate something specific in English or in Urdu or Arabic, then inshallah I'll try my best to do that as well. So my brothers and sisters, alhamdulillah, 14 days are completed, mashallah, and we don't know, it will be like 16 more days we will be fasting, and may Allah guide all Muslims to be united. Jazakallahu khairan, Sheikh. May Allah bless you and your family and the work you are doing only for the sake of Allah. Yes, alhamdulillah, Jazakallah khairan to you as well. Barakallah fiqh. Yes, my brothers and sisters, even yesterday I was discussing with my son, mashallah, and he made a joke of me. He said, Abu, when you start the show, say, Assalamu alaikum ya ahlul qubur. Okay, just a joke. And it was, to some extent, it is something we have to understand this, that why he said that. He said, Assalamu alaikum ya ahlul qubur, because according to my understanding, I have got more than 13,000 subscribers, mashallah, on my YouTube channel. 13,000 subscribers. And normally when the things are uploaded on YouTube, it could be like, musics, songs, film, or anything which has got nothing to do with the deen, and the videos are observed and watched by and viewed by millions, and it shoots up in hours, mashallah. So my son, normally he's the one who is, mashallah, the main person who runs all these, mashallah, shows. He told me that our viewers are like, very limited. I said, alhamdulillah, it's not that I don't go for the quantity, I go for the quality. And may Allah accept it from us, alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, I'm funny. Okay, so it says that he told me, and it was a joke for me, really I laughed, because Assalamu alaikum ya ahl al-qubur, that oh, people of the graveyard, salam to all of you. That means people are dead, and you are greeting salam to them to get up and wake them up. So, no, alhamdulillah, my brothers and sisters, that was only a joke, alhamdulillah. He respects all of you, and I respect all of you, mashallah. All those who are 13,000 plus people are there on our YouTube. You are most welcome. It's your choice, mashallah. You can keep your subscription with us. You can cancel your subscription. It's your choice, alhamdulillah. I'm not a man of quantity. I am not a man of, fluttering people. I don't go for that. I'm a quality man myself, alhamdulillah. There is no doubt, and I'm proud of that. I'm a man of quality. I'm a man of principle. So, and you find very few of them. Like Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah always used to say to his students, that when it comes from anything that comes from Quran, I will accept it without any question. If it comes from the Hadith, I will accept it without any question. If it comes from the companions of the Prophet ﷺ, I will accept it without any question, without doubt. I will say, Sami'ana wa ata'na, I heard it and I'll abide by it. But when it comes from the people like us, then he said that I will think over it. Nahnu rijalun وَهُمْ رِجَالٌ. That they are men and we are men. So we have to think about that. So I do respect all of you. I respect all the scholars, mashallah. I respect all the people of different opinions and faith. Alhamdulillah, I have no problem. But when it comes to Quran, Sunnah and the Sahaba, I will not compromise with, even with my father or mother. May Allah have mercy upon them, they have already passed away. But if that's the case, I will not compromise with anybody. And inshallah, so far Allah has protected me from that kind of a test. But if the test comes that if this deen has to be compromised with my life, I will sacrifice my life. Alhamdulillah. So that's me. And I will not compromise with deen, anybody, anything. Alhamdulillah. So we have to be serious about that point. So rest of the things that's fine. Alhamdulillah. I look for the quality people. If people are of that kind, which they respect me that way, they will stay with me, they will watch my programs, they will study with me, they will advise me, they will contact with me, alhamdulillah, they'll keep connection. And if they think that I'm not good for them, I'm worthless for them, then alhamdulillah, good luck to them. I know what I am. And if a person knows who he is, if a person knows his value, then he doesn't care for others, alhamdulillah. Okay, you're surely not like the typical Maulvis of today. Alhamdulillah, no, I'm not. Alhamdulillah. If you know them and you know me, then you will definitely know what is the difference. What is the difference between them and me? Sheikh, can we brush our teeth during fasting? Yes, we can use brush. Also, we can use the paste. Alhamdulillah. There's no problem in that, because Rasulullah used to use miswak, and the hadith very clearly says that this is in the month of Ramadan, Rasulullah would use miswak to the maximum. So alhamdulillah, it is allowed, inshallah. And don't feel confused. Don't get confused by thinking the hadith says that if somebody is, the smell that comes out of the mouth of the fasting person is beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, more than the fragrance of the musk perfume. So if you brush your teeth, you'll go, that will go away from you. No, nothing like that. Alhamdulillah, the smell that comes out of the mouth of the fasting person, that is not taken away, or overtaken by the toothbrush or the paste that you use to brush your teeth. No, that still remains, alhamdulillah. So don't get confused with that. All you have to do is you have to be careful when you sniff the water in your nose, even while you're performing your wudu, or cleaning your mouth, rinsing your mouth. You have to be careful that it should not be so strong. Pulling of water in the nose should not be that strong that it goes from nose to the throat. And then definitely, if you do deliberately, your fast will break. Same thing when you clean your mouth and you clean your tongue. Don't go deep to your throat. It can break your fast. If something goes knowingly, do you do that, then it will break your fast. So those two things. بالغ في الاستنشاق إلا أن تكون صائما. The Rasulullah has said, when you clean your nose, you pull water in, and when you throw out the water, is istinshaq and istinthar, that pulling and pushing out. In that case, Rasulullah said that you should be very, very strong. Do it in a very strong manner. Pull very strongly and sniff it out strongly, except while you are fasting. Illa an takuna sa'iman, except while you are fasting, so don't do that. So this is something we have to be careful about it, my brothers and sisters. Otherwise, brushing of your teeth, using nasal drops, using eye drops, using ear drops, all these things are permissible in our fasting. It won't break your fast. Even cupping is allowed as long as you know that you won't get weak. Otherwise, you have to break your fast for cupping, or for blood test as well as blood test. There's a medical doctor, he was discussing with me, may Allah reward him because he's a very respectful person in the society. And and he was discussing with me about one of the posters which I have transferred from. The poster has been designed from the fatwa of the great scholars of our time that vaccination is not something that will break your fast. So this I forwarded that poster of that, and the fatwa of the scholars are given there. The references, everything is there. So this doctor, mashallah, when I forwarded that poster to him, and he was discussing with me that Sheikh, I know that this is a medical field, that we should not use the vaccination because it has got water in it. So this was our argument, and I said, look, alhamdulillah, if there is an argument, then I can tell you, my brothers and sisters, that anything that goes from your mouth directly in the form of drink, in the form of water, in the form of protein or nutrition, or anything that gives you energy, then your fast will break, definitely. But vaccination, normally they don't have any protein or energy in that. And if that is the case, then why you have to have a vaccination? If you are ill, then you don't fast. That's a straightforward answer. If you are ill, Allah has given you the concession, don't fast. Break your fast, alhamdulillah, and wait. Go for the vaccination. It's not 30 days you have to have a vaccination. It's only 1 day. So you can make that up in the first place. But if still you want to fast, then it is very clear, our pigments, our skin has got, the holes from which the sweat comes out. Same way, when you have any water dropped on your skin, when you are swimming, when you are showering, the water will go definitely from your skin inside your body. But did Rasulullah say swimming is haram while you are fasting? Did he say showering is haram when you are taking shower is haram while you are fasting? No. But water does go. When you have water on your skin, even you are sweating and you don't remove it, that sweat will go inside your body. So where does the sweat come from? It comes from your skin. How can that sweat come from your skin if the skin is protected, waterproof? No, it is, because the skin has got minus. If you see in the microscope, you will find that they have got small holes in that, and from where the sweat comes out and from where the body observes the water. So my brothers and sisters, I think we have one more question and then we will conclude this show, inshallah. Can a woman fast during early pregnancy? You have to consult the doctors first, but hadith is very clear that the pregnant women are exempted from fasting. If she wants to fast, she can go by it, but the medical doctor will guide, because there are women, by looking at the physics, because alhamdulillah, I have got 5 daughters, I've got my wife, I've got other family members which I meet them and I see them, and I see that sometimes even my family members would laugh at these women, saying, you're such a skinny woman, put on weight, something, and this and that. So physics is also very important, that health-wise, if fasting can harm you, regardless whether you are a pregnant or breastfeeding woman, no. Even physically, a person, if fasting can physically harm, and doctors advise you not to fast, then go by that. Inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive you, because Islam, fasting does not mean to harm yourself or torture yourself. Fasting is to train yourself to attain piety, fear of Allah, and respect of the do's and don'ts in your religion. That's the purpose of your fasting. So, in other words, pregnancy, fasting in the early stages of the pregnancy is to be consulted by the help or suggestions of the doctors. But Islamically, you are pregnant. Whether you are pregnant for a week or you are pregnant for a whole 9 months, you are pregnant, and Islam gives you the concession that you can, you don't have to fast, and then you can make them up later on when you are not pregnant. Barakallah fikum. Jazakumullah khairan. Don't forget to watch my reminders in English and Urdu. Today, alhamdulillah, 14 reminders have been uploaded. And Jazakumullah khairan for all your participations. And also today, inshallah, by the grace of Allah, I will be uploading, or I will send the link again for my Jummah khutbah, mashallah. The topic was is fasting a burden today? That has to be listened, because I have answered to all those questions raised by the Muslims as well as non-Muslims and Christian scholars as well. So I have answered that question there, inshallah. So please, if you have not listened to it or didn't watch it, then please send me the text message through WhatsApp, and I will inshallah send you my link as well. Barakallah fikum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.